Big bank, tight, low bank, bank. Big bank, tight, low bank, bank. Type of money you gon' need to sight. The type of money you gon' need to buy. From the hood, this type of money make you stay away. Type of money gon' let you. Big bank, tight, low bank, bank. Big bank, tight, low bank, bank.
Hey, I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. Shorty wanna me cousin wearing gold. I came up and made it happen, now it's by the stove. Big inside this cases once do me dirty, I'ma find you lay your out on the floor. 19 with a I got rich by myself, rather do this alone. I wasn't asking for no help, they keep asking how I'm winning with the card that I was dealt. Boy, I work hard for the seat and I ain't buckling my belt. Call my brother on the phone, he said broski you a star. I said brother hold it down, soon we'll all be living large. And it's crazy how last year was on my garage. Now I'm in a good position for this life, can't sabotage. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. I got tattoos on my face, I use that as motivation. I can never get a job, so for my dream I'm dedicated. For a second, lost myself, I was too busy getting busy. Now they see me out in public and be knowing what my name is. All these rappers want the clout and the life of being famous. I just wanna be stable, tell my family we made it. I was coming for my spot, a young had to be patient. Now I'm running up, these bands can hit the island for vacation. I've been on my haters, you could say I'm constipated. 5 racks on his fit, just to stunt while I'm in Vegas. On my body, shout out to my Caleb Young. Got the cake up, now he's wanna date her. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo.
Superstars out. Brand new cars. We by the bar now. Swaying doors now. Now smash. Shots and goals. Rock the shows. Big bang rolls. Cash. Now she go. For the team. Now she don't ski. Splash. Think about post now on the ground. Man, the leader. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers. Pockets lettuce. Don't think I'm ready. I'm out my element, out my element. My the same, don't need no clout, no fame, no clout. Bought the game, all brand new chain. I swerve the lane, call the group the gang. Whip that thing, whip it. This shit give me, ooh yeah. Them boys fool you trying to do it, bring the don't want no. They pull up with that. It's times 3, this how it go. Park $1 million at the. We gon' make 'em eat that until we go. Eat it up. Rich straight to the top floor. More PJs than PJ. Rich like water, go to Cabo. Splash. Cash in the walls, hollow. Cash. Your money too small, micro. Hunch up on the call, gotta. Yeah. tats and goals, rock the shows, big bang rolls, cash. Now she go for the team, now she don't ski, splash. Think about post now on the ground, man, delete.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between our visitors and our home team. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wild card game. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're running right through it. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
And they'll run it here. Oh, a nice spin. He finds an opening past the 40. And gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw. Schmidt. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Schmidt. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Down to the 25. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
To throw on second down. Schmidt, his throw caught at about the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Gerald Everett, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. No problem there on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle. Going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He may try and run for this. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit.
On the handoff, it's Michel. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away, and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. That right there, a good preview of the matchup we intend to watch closely here in this wild card game.
And it's going to go throughout the game, but let's face it, you just mentioned it, wild card. We're just starting the playoffs. If you didn't run your number one guy on their number one guy throughout the season, you do it now. The playoffs have begun, best on best.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On 3rd and 2, Schmidt. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That goes for a gain of 31. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19! Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 more there, and another 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Gone! 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 Detroit! Detroit! Hot!
He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Second and 10 now from the 27. And on the ground they go with a running back. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And the Rams now coming out on the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer.
Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. The play fake. Schmidt. On the crossing route, complete. It's Jones. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, Schmidt. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Schmidt forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly third and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is fielded at the 27. 21 yards. Well, on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught. Cameron, left side. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Hey, go down, go down. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Touchdown, Packers. As his guys are in for 6. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Rams offense, they worked their way back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Schmidt, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Schmidt. He's got his man on the crossing route. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's taken to the 26. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Packers get set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you have people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble.
Here we go. Set.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Samson Abukum in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block him. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield has been something else in this game.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
He'll look to throw. And it's caught by the tight end Cameron. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
On 1st and 10, Schmidt. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On 1st down, Schmidt. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. The final shot before break. Schmidt. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup, as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90, blue 90.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. Schmidt. Throwing left side, it's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
The Rams on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Schmidt. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Play action. Schmidt. That's complete right around the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Rams have tied the game with the extra point to come. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This is fielded at the goal line. Spins by. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Packers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Throwing on first down. Schmidt. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And they'll run it here. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle. The Rams on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Schmidt. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been terrific so far. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
All right, now look at 56.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A give. This is Michel. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michel. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Back to throw now on 1st down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And they'll try the ground game here with a running back. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It seemed like the situation was 2nd and a mile to go for a 1st down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a 3rd down.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Now, lucky 56, lucky 56. Set, 319, 319.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And no, it's incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the 1st. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And they'll go on the ground. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Now, check, Patriot.
To throw on 2nd down. Schmidt. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Schmidt, incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way down to the 39. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 41 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll run with Michelle. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long third down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Green 39! Green 39!
Looking to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to kick it away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. And the Rams getting set to go now.
They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. And on the ground they go with the running back. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Third down, Schmidt. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like he said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though.
Fielded just inside the 20. A great return there of 22 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do they do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the fourth, but they got to feel good now. Point after here coming up. The extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Back to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
He's back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card divisional doesn't